And I suppose speaking of Offaly and Meath, I suppose one of the results of the weekend, I think, Offaly 111, Meath 10 points. Offaly were 9 points up at half time. I think they kicked 1-5 before Meath even scored their first point. And, Meath football is in some mess.
I'd say if you go to the most passionate Cork fans and go to the most passionate Dublin fans and put a camera on them, they'll be dancing on tables after this. But look, for me, it's where do they go from here? Where do they go from here? It's it's absolutely diabolical what has happened to Meath football over the last few seasons. It's pretty poor. When you look at it, like 1-4, 1-5 conceded, and they didn't even score against Offaly, who were a mid-table Division 3 team. Where does Meath football go from here? That's the main thing. But you have to credit Offaly in fairness to them. They stood up, and fair play to them for that. You have to say. So you have to say a very good game for Offaly in fairness, and fair play to them for winning this game. But for me, Tailteann Cup football, and honestly, with the way Meath football is going, I don't think they'll win that. And before I cut to you, Aaron, 6 games, 1 draw, 5 losses. Meath deserve to be in the Tailteann Cup without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know if that was Colm O'Rourke maybe knocking at your door there or something. I don't know, something going on there, like the Meath fans maybe trying to like stage an entry or something. But yeah, no, I do agree. Like I think it's hard to really know what's happened with Meath. And I know obviously we were joking there about saying, like, obviously, there's rivalry in sport, so obviously there's a part of me that is happy to see Meath fail. Like Meath fans would be happy to see Dublin fail. Like that's you'd be happy to see Kerry fail. They'd be happy to see Cork fail. But at the same time, though, like I like the neutral part of me and the GA fan in me wants a good Meath, because a good Meath results in a better Leinster Championship, results in a better All-Ireland Championship. And Meath are, a fanatical football mad county. Like, you see the colours that they brought to the All-Ireland Ladies football final a couple of years ago. And even you see what they've done, with the minors as well. So yeah, it's really mad to see what's happened with Meath football. Like, Colm O'Rourke going in there, I always have my question marks and reservations about that appointment, because he'd been out of management for so long. Like in terms of senior intercounty, he'd never been a senior intercounty management before. The game's completely changed from when he would have played the game. And yeah, like it's just been an absolute nosedive. And like when you look at it, they barely even laid a glove on Offaly here. Do you know what I mean? They barely even came close to winning this game. Like it was a whitewash from start to finish.
And the game was over nearly at half time. Like Meath needed a serious intervention to get back into the game, and 2 points in the first half. That is really poor for Meath. And jokes aside and all that, they only scored through Linehan and Costello in the first half, 22nd and 29th minute. To go 20 minutes without a score in what looked to be actually a nice day in Tullamore. It's very poor from Meath. And even look at the last few games. Again, it's amazing how fortunes can change for a team. Because after the Clare game, we were thinking Meath could be on a promotion charge. Colm O'Rourke has got them back into contention for actually contending for Sam Maguire place. But then all of a sudden, they're in the Tailteann Cup now, and deservedly so. When you look at it, like if they didn't score a bunch of goals against Clare and Cork, they could have finished bottom of Division 2. That's how pretty bad Meath football has gone at the moment. And it's incredible the way they've fallen. But then again, like down against Donegal, I kind of expected Offaly to beat Meath today because of the way Meath football has been over the last while. It's going to be very difficult to see how Meath with the Tailteann Cup after this. But credit has to go to Offaly. Like, I know we'll talk about Meath and the downfall. 7 All-Irelands in the Tailteann Cup is a bit of a disgrace for them. But for Offaly, what a win for them. To get to Croke Park. I think, when is the last time actually Offaly were in the Leinster semi-final in Croke Park? I think it was about 08, 09 sometime. So, like, pretty good achievement for Offaly to get there. And finally, the youth is coming to fruition for Offaly. And we wouldn't have said that at the start of the year with Johnny Maloney gone, with Niall McNamee leaving the panel as well. over the last few months, and obviously the tragic passing of Liam Kearns, the players must have gone through a whole lot. But today, I think Liam Kearns will be looking down at the Offaly players today of all days and will be absolutely proud of the way they performed.
Absolutely, yeah, no, yeah, you have to commend Offaly and fair play to them for seeing this game through and coming out with the win as well. And I've seen some of the full-time scenes, the Offaly players jumping around, and obviously a huge moment for Offaly football. Like, as much as Meath have fallen, you do have to give a lot of credit, I think, to Offaly and the fact that they were able to keep Meath out in terms of goals as well, which I think was a big plus from an Offaly perspective. Few comments coming in here. They seem to have disappeared on me for some reason, so we'll get back to them in just a minute. But yeah, like, I mean, Colm O'Rourke, like, it's hard to know if it's working, to be honest with you. I think there was a few comments coming in there saying, does he stay? Does he, will he be there next year? Like, it's just like, I know there's been injuries and everything else, and like, I think Jordan Morris isn't in the panel anymore from what I heard. Like, a few injuries here and there, a few different things, but like, surely it can't be this bad. Do you know what I mean? Like, Meath are a big traditional county that they were minor All-Ireland champions a couple of years ago, and I know it will take a bit of time before those players come into the senior team. But like, what's happened? Like, it's hard to know how they've fallen so quickly.
And on Jordan Morris, actually, I've seen the Scorpio app. He's actually on the team. So okay. Yeah, so I don't know where he got that story from, but when you look at the players Meath have, actually, Costello, O'Sullivan, Linehan, Cathal Hickey, Jack Flynn, Dahi McGowan, Pádraig Harnan, like, those players aren't the type of players to lose a game so tamely as they did today. So I think something has to be wrong in the backroom scene. Like, it's kind of hard to envisage, really, because it seemed to be a feel-good factor after the Cork and Clare games, despite scoring goals, vigorously to win games and not scoring much points. But the feel-good factor seemed to be in Meath football. But it seems has just dissipated in the last few games. I don't know what it is with Meath. They've stopped playing under O'Rourke. The fight isn't there. I don't know what it is, but it's just very, very poor to watch. You look at Rado's success in the All-Ireland Club Championship as well, reaching the Leinster semi-final, which is considered a success for Meath clubs. And you would think, and with the underage success with the minors in 2021, and who would have imagined, like, All-Ireland minor champions in 2021, 2 years later, their seniors would see themselves in the Tailteann Cup. It's some drop for Meath, some drop. And yeah, it's back to the drawing board for Meath, and they definitely want to win the Tailteann Cup now. There's some parts of Meath that actually want to win the Tailteann Cup to confirm their superiority, but there is an element as well. Some of the players actually might leave after this. They might just say, "What's the point? If we're going to keep getting results like this, we're just going to leave for America. We're going to leave for Australia. We're going in an early summer holiday, and the panel will break up." This is going to be detrimental for Meath football in the next few years and next few weeks, never mind years as well. So it's going to be a tough few weeks and tough year or so for Meath coming up as well.
It definitely will be. It definitely will be. Certainly a lot of soul searching and everything else will be happening in Meath. And even I was seeing Davy Rispin, who's been on the podcast before, of course, to chat about Meath. He was even tweeting out saying, I think he's never seen a more subdued atmosphere going into a championship game. It was almost like a good portion of the county nearly thought that they were going to get beat, and that's absolute mad. Like, when you're coming up against a team like Offaly, like, and all, you got to give Offaly their credit, but like, Meath should be doing better, in my opinion. They definitely should be.